On today's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, we recap a down-to-the-wire finish between the Bucks and the Frisco Fighters. And after a brief stop at Bismarck, the Bucks head back on the road to take on the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Plus, later, it's another session of hurry-up offense with running back Justin Rankin. It's all coming up on this week's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, which starts right now. Welcome inside our Beck Studios, everybody. I'm David Sugarman, and this is the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. After two straight losses and over a month away from home, the Bucks were eager to get back to the Bismarck Event Center. However, their first game back would prove to be one of their toughest tests of the season when the 6-1 Frisco Fighters rolled into town. The first ever meeting between the Bucks and the Fighters, Bismarck trying to snap that two-game slide. Second play from scrimmage for Frisco. Wide receiver Manny Arsenault, you got to be careful fighting for that extra yardage. Popped out by linebacker Darion Jackson. DB Malik Duncton scoops it up, 27-yard return back to the 14-yard line. First play from scrimmage for the Bucks. Wide receiver JT Stokes, a 14-yard run, and the Bucks lead 7-zip. After a Fighters touchdown plus the two-point conversion later in the first, quarterback Kelly Bryant in some trouble. No more. Finds Stokes, who got behind the defense, 31-yard score. Bucks go ahead 13-8. Midway through the second quarter, two-point edge for the Fighters. Quarterback Jonathan Bain calling his own number. Touchdown from a yard out. Fighters go up by 9, 22-13. Under 2 to go in the first half. Quarterback Caleb Lewis finds Andre Williams, the receiver, making a big impact his first couple games with the Bucks. 21-yard score, his fourth touchdown in his second game. Down 22-0, but hold on. New kicker and a first for the Bucks. Their first deuce of the season from Kimo Nahu. Bucks tied up at 22, and then just before the half, Bain steps up, tipped up by Jackson, and DB Zarel Hendrick with his third straight game with an INT, and a big spot for the Bucks, 22-all going into the locker room. Third quarter, Bucks down by 7. Running back Justin Rankin from a yard out. Bucks missed the extra point and still trail by a penny. Later in the third, Jonathan Bain only thrown one interception all year. His second of the game, Jackson, right place, right time, picks it off. After a penalty on the return, though, Bucks start the drive inside their own territory. No matter, though, a few plays later on that drive, Justin Rankin put it in reverse and then kicks it into another gear. 18-yard score, his second of the day. Bucks lead 35-29. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Bain trying to redeem himself. They're 4-0 on the road for a reason. 15 yards to receiver Mark Munson, his second score of the night. Munson finished with 115 yards. Fighters 36-35 going into the fourth. 6 minutes to go in the fourth now. Lewis, easy lob in for Rankin. 8-yard score, his third of the half. 42-36 Bucks. And on the ensuing kickoff, another first. Nahu gets it through the hands of return man Marquise Rogers. You tackle a man in the end zone on the return. That's one. Called a Rouge. Bucks lead by a true touchdown, 43-36. Just 13 ticks to go from the 11. Bain for Gerard Hurd on an 11-yard pass. It's 43-42. Overtime, right? No. Frisco elects to forego the extra point and go for 2 and the win. Bain, play action, rolling. Incomplete, but hold on. An illegal defense penalty charged to Malik Duncan, and the Bucks need to do it one more time. Bain looking for his running back to Marcus Felton. Great play call. Better defense. Hendrick and DB Dion Carter combined for the stop. Bucks hold on by the slimmest of margins, 43-42, to to go to 6-5 on the season after quite possibly the biggest win of the year. Here's what the Bucks had to say.
Yeah, the last play, we already pumped. We stopped him one time. We can stop him another time. So right when that screen happened, the linebacker and the DB, the safety, came up and hit him, and I knew right there the knee dropped and we stopped him. It was game over. It was live. We knew we won before the challenge even came out because we were right there. We watched his knee drop. We saw the elbow. So we knew we had the game.
It just shows that how much talent we have and like how coachable we are. And like you said, to learn things quick, a lot of new guys, new faces, learning a whole new offense, whole new defense. Like I said, it just shows like how coachable we are and that we do have some good talent and can compete with any team in the league.
It was definitely nice to win, especially at home. It always sucks to lose at home, so it was real big to be able to win at home, and then go on the road. We're gonna catch another dub too. So
I'm actually really excited about this group. I'm happy for them. We prep well. Coaches get us ready. So what you see on Saturdays, Friday nights, and that's what we're known for.
Bucks certainly in the most dramatic game of the weekend. Let's check out some other scores. High-scoring affair for Duke City in Northern Arizona. Gladiators take down the Wranglers 71-54. And Massachusetts handles the top team in the league, Arizona, 68-44. Elsewhere, Sioux Falls takes down Green Bay 31-21. And Spokane takes down the Tucson Sugar Skulls 45-34. Unfortunately, the Bucks won't get too comfortable back in Bismarck. For the fourth time in their last 5 games, the Bucks will head on the road, this time to go to Arizona to take on the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Tucson is 2-7 so far on the season, coming off a 45-34 loss to Spokane. After a 1-1 start to the year, it's been a struggle for Tucson. They dropped their next 6 games. However, that record may be deceiving. They've lost 3 games by 6 points or less. Maybe most importantly for Bismarck, after taking down the second-place Fighters, is to make sure they come out with the same level of intensity against the struggling Sugar Skulls club.
Next week's opponent is the same as last week. Every game is you play it like a championship. So, 1 week is 1-0, so that's the goal.
I don't really consider it a hangover. It's more like momentum going into after a win. So we just got to make sure we don't get a big head, and we do everything we need to in practice, fundamental-wise, to make sure that we do what we have to do next week.
they got some good defensive ends, but we got a good offensive line. Good new center. We're gelling. We got offensive linemen that can interchange, and everybody can come in and do what they got to do and play their role. So I'm not too worried about it. There ain't been too many teams that stopped us run-wise, besides maybe Mass the first week.
Time for a short break. When we come back, we'll sit down with Bismarck Bucks head coach Rod Miller.
Hey Bucks fans, if you're planning an outing, birthday, or employee appreciation night, then bring your group out to the Buck Stop for a night of fast-paced, high-scoring football. Your group will receive discounted tickets, options for reserved seating, scoreboard messages, VIP services, swag, and a space to gather during the game. You can also participate in pre-game ceremonies, halftime entertainment, in-game contests, and more. Call 701-595-0771 or visit bismarckbucks.com/tickets. All GA is first come, first serve. We'll see you on the turf. Go Bucks!
Everybody needs an off-season, but our announcers have a tough time slowing down.
Hey, do you mind if I practice a little bit? Right, I'm really big man. Johnson holds, shoots, he scores! Incredible! For the second time today, Brent has jammed the printer.
Lowry's third caramel roll of the day. That's a bold move.
And he drains one. Blind squirrel finds a nut. And back to normal.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose Beck Connect.
Indoor football is back at the Event Center, and the Bismarck Bucks season is right around the corner. The team will be fueled and ready to compete on game days thanks to our 2021 food sponsors. Dine with any of our supporting partners and get a free Bucks ticket to any home game in the 2021 season. Great food and free football. Tickets are first come, first serve, so get yours now. Call 701-595-0771 for more ticket information. And go Bucks!
Welcome back to the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. As we are every week, we're delighted to be joined by the Bucks head coach, Rod Miller. Coach, thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
Let's start at the end. You needed not only one, but 2 stops on the final 2-point conversion to seal the win. What was the key to holding strong on that final sequence?
You know, we knew we couldn't let them score. You know, we knew they were going for the win. You're on the road, and in that situation, most teams do try to go for the win. So, you know, we tried to make sure that we were able to, make one stop, and then we unfortunately got the penalty and had to do it again. So, I'll give all the credit to those guys. They had the right mind state that they refused and not want to let them cross that goal line. They didn't let them do it.
I know you like to take things one game at a time, but as you head into the backstretch of this season and battling for playoff position, what does a win do like this in the big like this for you in the big picture?
Every win is going to be important, but, playing a team like Frisco and coming away with the victory lets us know what type of team we can be. They were, like I said, they were number 1 a couple of weeks ago, and now they were number 2 team or 3 team in the league. So when you're able to put a game like that against a quality ball club, it helps you feel good about what you can do. And we need to use that momentum and that confidence moving forward in these last, 4 games to come out successful.
This was a Fighters team that was known for taking care of the football. Had only lost 4 fumbles all year, just the 1 interception. You guys forced 4 turnovers. What did the defense do to make Frisco go against character so dramatically?
I think we did some things a little bit differently. We knew that they had been preparing for us. They had a bye week the week before us, so we knew they had been preparing for a lot of man coverage, and that was one thing we wanted to do was, we wanted to move and switch up. We played a little more zone this last game, and, having, coaching with Clint and been over in China against Clint in the championship game, I know what his tendencies are, and he likes the short passing game. So by us sitting back in the zone and making them make reads, it kind of confused him a little bit. I shouldn't say confused, it made him hold the ball a little bit longer to give us a chance to react.
Offensively, quarterback Kelly Bryant only threw the ball once in his debut. Let him loose a little bit this week. 3 for 4 for 43 yards in the score, had 17 rushing yards. How vital was his play, especially after Caleb Lewis goes down with injuries twice?
It was very crucial. Like I said, he got comfortable. Like I said, that's what we wanted to do is as you practice more, you get more developed. Prior to that first game, he only had maybe 2 practices under his belt. Going to this game, that gives you 5 or 6 practices. So there's definitely a difference. A guy like that has all the natural abilities. It's just a matter of adjusting, to the little intricacies of the game and the little differences, which he, responded quickly well with that. So he did very well for us.
As for Lewis, he showed a lot of toughness after taking a couple of big shots in the first quarter. How do you feel like he played once he came back?
I thought he played well. He's a tough guy. We still got to work on him and getting down and not taking those hits. Any quarterback that lasts in this league, no, you don't take those necessary hits. But, he's trying to make things happen. So we get that. But, he showed toughness. He showed grit, and that's what this was about. I mean, even on the last play when he had got hurt, I was over there and he was like, Coach, I apologize. I said, you ain't got to apologize. You led us to this. I said, you know what? You led us to this point. We'll take it from here. So that kind of cheated him up a little bit. But I love his heart. I love his desire. So that's always a great thing for us.
A big game for running back Justin Rankin. 3 touchdowns, all of them in the second half. How much has his role been maybe even more amplified with all the new changes coming the last few weeks on offense?
Well, it's huge, and we talked about that. You're going to have to put some things on your shoulders. You're one of the consistent things that's been here and been our running back and been a very good running back. And the linemen, are taking pride and blocking, for everybody, but blocking for him in that run game. And, when they said they're going to put the game on the shoulders, we talked about the second half. We got to take control and run some time off the clock and get some positive yardage with the run game. So, I'm proud of the way he runs. The line blocks for him and executes for him. So, as long as he runs like he does, we're in good positions.
Looking ahead, next week you travel to Tucson. They're just 2-7 this season. How do you make sure, coming off a win against the second-place Fighters, that there's not a drop-off or a hangover?
Like I tell everybody, you can't. This league has been so much parity. This league that teams are, losing and winning. They were predicted to start the season to be one of the top teams of the league. So, they have some quality players over there. Coach Wooten is one of the top coaches in the league. Has been a 2-time, coach of the year. Won a championship with Iowa 2 years ago. So, sometimes, some things happen to fall that way. We've been in that boat here ourselves, so we understand how that goes. But, they're hungry. They're still trying to get in. They still could be in a contention for a playoff spot if they win. They could probably get in as an 8th spot. So they're hungry. We're hungry. So we just got to come out and play and execute.
The Skulls have a really dangerous dual-threat quarterback in Demry Croft, 3rd in the league in passing and rushing yards. What's the game plan to throw him off his game?
You know, we have to make sure we get to him and keep him contained, especially in the run game, and take away some of his passes. You know, he's along those lines of the guys, like I said, we played, you know, with against Iowa and with Neil. And like I said, that was, you know, they run the same scheme as Iowa because that's where Coach Dixie was before, and that's where DeQuan Neal played for. So that same type of style. So we got to make sure we, you know, keep him in the box and keep him contained.
He's got a pretty good weapon. Tucson is the all-time leader in IFL receiving yards, and Ryan Ballantyne. What makes him such a difficult cover?
You know, he has that wiggle. He has that it factor. He's a veteran. He knows how to get open. He knows how to make plays. And the man has some hands. He can catch. So if you put in his area, he's going to catch it. So when you have a guy like that, you got to make sure, you know, you keep him covered and try to execute, try to knock him off his route. But, you know, he's going to make a catch or two. That's just what a good top quarterback does. They have all those yards for no reason. So we just got to make sure we can contain those two and play fair and make everybody else make plays and take those two away.
Coach, you always discuss about breaking the season up into 4-game segments. 4 games left in the regular season, trying to secure a playoff spot. With all that in mind, what's our code word for the week?
Our code word is elevate. You know, we have to talk about the last part of the season. We have to elevate everything we do. We have to elevate our level of play, elevate our intensity, elevate our practice habits. We got to do everything we got to do to take it to the next level. If you want to be a championship team, if you want to get to the playoffs, you got to elevate. So our key word has been last part of the season, taking it game by game and elevating our play each game.
Elevate is our code word of the week. Take that to the Bucs social media channel. See if you can win yourself some free swag and prizes. Bucs head coach Rod Miller, thanks so much for joining us as always.
Always got to be here.
Bismarck Bucs head coach Rod Miller. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's time for another Hurry Up offense. We're getting to know running back Justin Rankin. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Bismarck Bucs Coaches Show.
Hey Bucs fans, if you're planning an outing, birthday, or employee appreciation night, then bring your group out to the Buck Stop for a night of fast-paced, high-scoring football. Your group will receive discounted tickets, options for reserved seating, scoreboard messages, VIP services, swag, and a space to gather during the game. You can also participate in pre-game ceremonies, halftime entertainment, in-game contests, and more. Call 701-595-0771 or visit bismarckbucks.com/tickets. All GA is first come, first serve. We'll see you on the turf. Go Bucks!
Everybody needs an off-season, but our announcers have a tough time slowing down.
Hey, do you mind if I practice a little bit? Ryan, I'm really big man.
Johnson holds, shoots, he scores! Incredible. For the second time today, Brent has jammed the printer. Lowry's third caramel roll of the day. That's a bold move.
And he drains one. Blind squirrel finds a nut. And back to normal.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose Beck Connect.
Indoor football is back at the Event Center, and the Bismarck Bucks season is right around the corner. The team will be fueled and ready to compete on game days thanks to our 2021 food sponsors. Dine with any of our supporting partners and get a free Bucks ticket to any home game in the 2021 season. Great food and free football. Tickets are first come, first serve, so get yours now. Call 701-595-0771 for more ticket information. And go Bucks!
Beck Communications is honored to be recently recognized with 3 Broadband Now awards. Beck Communications Cooperative was awarded in the categories of Top Internet Speeds Nationwide, Top 3 Fastest Internet Providers in North Dakota, and North Dakota's #1 Fastest Fiber Provider. It's only through the support of our members and customers that Beck Fiber delivers award-winning speeds and service. Thank you, Beck Communications Cooperative members and customers, for your years of continued support.
Trusting your digital life to faceless tech giants can be risky. Will they keep your family and business information truly safe from prying eyes? If you subscribe to local Beck Lightband internet service, you already have Beck Cloud Backup. Beck Cloud Backup is the safest, most private cloud storage for all your family memories, schoolwork, and business documents. Call 701-475-2361 to start using your free space on Beck Cloud Backup today.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose Beck Connect.
At Beck Communications, we've been planning for your future. Over the past decade, we've placed nearly 200,000 miles of dedicated fiber optics in the ground, enough fiber optic strands to circle the world 8 times. Taking no shortcuts, we connected every home and business in our service area with dedicated fiber optics. It's your personal, unrestricted, unthrottled connection to the world. Best of all, this dedicated fiber means you do not share your connection. We call this intimate dedicated connection Beck Fiber.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Hurry Up Offense. This week, we're getting to know running back Justin Rankin just a little bit better. Justin, we're going to go end zone to end zone, see if we can learn a little bit more about you. That sound like a plan?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing. First things first, always important for me. Favorite superhero?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
You ain't never heard of that, have you?
X-Men, man.
Come
I got
on,
you.
man.
Come on,
X-Men.
man. I'm
Yeah.
better than that.
Yeah.
I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip. I like that. It's kind of a sophisticated man's ice
Top
cream.
tier.
Go-to pregame meal?
Just pasta.
Just
Alfredo.
pasta?
Yeah.
Alfredo. Do you make it yourself?
I mean, they make it for us.
Are you much of a cook?
Oh yeah, I cook all the time.
What is your if you were cooking for somebody special, what would you make them?
Stir fry.
Stir fry.
Yeah.
Am I somebody special? Would you cook me sometime, Justin?
Yeah, I'll make some food for you.
All right, I'll come over.
All right.
I can't repay the favor, I promise. Favorite movie?
Man, the Avengers series.
Avengers, love it. When they make the movie about your life, what actor would you cast to play you?
Malik Duncan.
Malik Duncan?
Yeah.
Is he a thespian?
Huh?
Is he an actor?
No.
But you just think he would do a good job?
I
Does a
feel
good
like he
Justin
would.
Rankin impression?
Yeah.
Last thing, favorite part about playing in the IFL?
Man, watching people go over the wall.
This has been another Hurry Up Offense with running back Justin Rankin. Thanks,
Yes,
Justin.
sir. Yep.
Big thanks to Justin for helping us out this week, and hopefully he won't be the one going over the wall coming up. He's usually more of a punisher than taking the punishment. Time to reveal our Coach's Code winner for the week, and it is one Michael Johnson. Michael, only a few weeks left in the season, and you got the prize. Congratulations. We'll be reaching out to you soon to let you know which prize is and to let you know what to do next. Congrats to Michael. And if you want to be cool like Michael, we've only got a few weeks left in the regular season, maybe some playoff action too. However, if you want to win, pay attention. This is your time. The code word for the week is elevates. Elevate a little bit higher with the Bismarck Bucks. That is the hope for head coach Rod Miller. Bismarck Bucks on football on Facebook, at Bismarck Bucks on Twitter, and at Bismarck_Bucks on Instagram. One more time, Bismarck Bucks Football on Facebook, at Bismarck Bucks on Twitter, and at Bismarck_Bucks on Instagram. Submit your answer right after the show. And of course, every Wednesday night at 6:30, that's when Coach will be joining us with everything Bismarck Bucks, recapping the week that was, looking ahead, and giving us that perfect code word, that key word that you should be paying attention to each and every week. Again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can find the Bucks, that's when you can submit your prize, submit your entry to try and win a prize. We've given out some turf tables. We've given out some swag. We're trying to give out some more swag before the season's over. A little bit more Bucks orange in your closet will do you some good. Before we head out, let's take a quick look at the Bucks' upcoming schedule. Hard to believe, only 4 games left in the regular season. Top 8 make it into the postseason. Bucks sitting at number 6 right now, trying to secure that all-important playoff spot going in to the postseason. Of course, this Saturday at Tucson at 6:05 is when they'll kick off. Then the Bucks will return for their final home game, at least their final home game of the regular season. They'll take on the Green Bay Blizzard. Yes, the Green Bay Blizzard for the 4th time this season. Bucs already 3-0 against Green Bay, and they'll try and make the clean sweep of the Blizzard. After that, they'll head on to the road to take on the Iowa Barnstormers. And because Louisville was bounced from the league, the Bucs unfortunately had to drop their would-be last home game against the Sioux Falls Storm. You see the gap there between August 7th and August 21st. Essentially, another bye week, essentially the Bucs' 3rd of the season. They'll round out the regular season with a road trip to Albuquerque, New Mexico to take on the Duke City Gladiators. That's going to do it for this week's show. For our entire Beck Sports and Beck News crew, our director, Luke Tibor, producers Cole Gendro and Tyler Heim, I'm David Sugarman saying so long. Tune in to the Bucs and the Sugar Skulls this weekend on Beck. Saturday, a 6:05 kickoff. The Bucs looking to make it 2 wins in a row, trying to get to 7-5 on the season, headed in to the home stretch. Until then, have a safe week, everybody.